everyone. I am live on YouTube and on IG for season 3, episode 3, 3 for 3 of Tuesday Tea at 2. How y'all feeling? How you doing? It's a whole new world. How y'all holding up? How y'all holding up with the events? With the events. I'm trying to be less political just so that I can stay high vibrational and so that I don't assume other people's stance and such, right? But I am doing a check-in and just asking y'all, how you doing? How you feeling? So feel free to share. And if there's anything that I can do to keep you all the way up, because no matter what is happening in the world, in society, in politics, through these puppets and puppet masters, at the end of the day, you can't change anyone. You can only change yourself. That's the truth of it. And even when you change yourself, you can't convince somebody else that you've changed. And as a result, people on the other side of it that are changing or not so much or whatever the case is can't convince us of anything specifically. So ultimately, the nature of the beast is just do you. Be consistent. As you grow and as you evolve, you get to change your mind. You get to make different decisions as you change and evolve. And that's part of life. So just focus on you. And again, just stay as high vibrational as you can through all the ups and downs and all arounds of life, because life be lifin'. And that is what we're here to experience. It's literally what our souls chose to do, to experience, to be able to fulfill its mission. So it's part of the challenge, but the challenge is training. We are here and it's school in many ways. So allow yourself to study, self-study, more importantly, because we put a lot of energy and a lot of effort and a lot of investment in our jobs, in our careers, in the things that we're learning about in school. And we don't always take that same amount of time and energy and effort and put into ourselves in regards to learning the self. So through all of it, as we are studying and as we are learning, as we're paying attention, as we're in many ways judging a lot of things that are happening in the world right now, go inward and not judge in terms of inward and judging yourself, but just kind of be more aware as to why you think the things that you think, why you feel the way that you feel, why you say and stand for the things that you stand for. So do you focus on that, but focus on the self. Focus on the healing that is required. And again, the more that you learn about yourself, the more you're going to realize ultimately what it is that you need to heal. So that's that. That's that. I see my peeps coming through on IG. What's up, King Ibrahim? Welcome, welcome. King Sirius Blake, I see you. Queen Tony, hi, sister. How are you? I see you, King Ibrahim. You see me in the gym, right? I'm back in the gym, yo. I see y'all on YouTube. Thank you for joining. Vince Dual, thank you for joining. Funny comedy video clips, thanks for joining. Tuesday Tea at 2. This is season 3, episode 3. I've usually gone only live on IG for the first 2 seasons. This is year 3. And I'm kind of, trying to build the YouTube channel and such. So I'm going to be doing my lives here in terms of more lives, but I'm also going to be continuing specifically Tuesday Tea at 2 on Instagram, because I do have my peeps that always be coming through on Instagram, so I couldn't leave y'all hanging. So I'm here. I got the 2 devices now, so it makes it so much easier. So it's all good. Hello, Ali. Thank you. Ali. Thank you for joining on YouTube. Thank you. He said I'm pretty. He or she said I'm pretty. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Hey, Penny. Thank you for joining Tuesday Tea at 2. We talk about life and love and universal laws and crystals and herbs and how nature nurtures ultimately. What's up, Penny? Thank you for joining. So we're having some fennel tea today. It is Aquarius season. For those who know, I am very, very partial to Aquarius. And this was before I knew I was an Aquarius rising. I only discovered my rising sign 2 years ago, because I never knew the time that I was born, and you need to know the time that you're born to know your rising sign. And I had to like do this whole letter to the hospital, because the year that I was born in the hospital, they didn't have it on the birth certificate and the whole blah, blah, blah. So I had to write a whole letter, send it, get the records, get the whole thing handwritten. It was a whole thing, but I got to see my 2:29 a.m. birth time on May 7th. So now I know I'm an Aquarius rising, and I was like, that makes total sense, because I've always loved Aquarius energy. And Aquarius, water bearer, we bring the waters. We plant the seeds and we bring the waters. So it is Aquarius season. So I'm very, very excited that it's Aquarius season. Started on the 19th at 3 p.m. right on the dot is when the sun transferred over into Aquarius. So welcome Aquarius season. So as a result, I'm drinking some fennel tea in honor of Aquarius season, because fennel is one of the herbs that is ruled by Aquarius, and tapping into sodalite for the aligned crystal, because sodalite also aligns with Aquarius, and it also brings in the energy of the air and the water element, because Aquarius is an air sign, but is the water bearer. So it has that kind of juxtaposition energy of having the element of air and the element of water kind of coincided. So very powerful in that regards to that, because we've got the mental dexterity of the air sign, which brings in the energy of sodalite as messenger and using your throat chakra and speaking things into existence. But it brings in the blue energy of the water and the flow of things and all of that good stuff. So fennel and sodalite. And I give thanks to all of you joining. Penny is a Cancer. Awesome, awesome. You like the crystal? Ali likes the crystal. Awesome. Sodalite. It's awesome for anything that has to do with the throat. So if you have laryngitis, if you're a singer, if you're a speaker, helps strengthen the voice. Blue kyanite is awesome for that as well. If you have any hoarseness, and I'm actually dealing with a little bit of hoarseness. I'm a vocalist as well, for those who don't know. So I've been in studio a lot more, and I'm doing all of these lives. So I'm really using the voice a lot. So this is really good for just kind of recovery and such. So awesome, awesome. Team me fluent in English. I want to learn English. Hi, Mashesh. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I hope you understand, but I'm here and I'm going to be speaking English. Yes. So I give thanks to you all. Truly, truly grateful. And I give thanks to Baba Ozain, the Orisha of everything that is green and grows. Asheo. And then we tap into this awesome deck of cards here, which is Spiritual Awakening, 52 Universal Laws. And it is by Reverend Dr. Aaron Fall Haxgill, DD. And the 52 laws, there are many different laws. Sometimes the people say there are 7 universal laws, there are 12, there are 52, there's 144. You know, again, different schools of thought, but there are 52 specific ones that are aligned in this deck. So I do a shuffle. Some of my regulars, they know the deal. But I do a shuffle, and then I ask you all to give me a stop top or a stop bottom. And whichever I see first, I will stop when I see the stop. And if I see the stop bottom, I choose the bottom card. If I see the top, I choose the top card. I see it, we read it, and then I kind of just download, channel, speak, express, share whatever comes through the mind, the heart, in regards to that particular universal law. And I hope that it just, ups the energy and gives you very, very positive vibrations and inspiration, insights, whatever it is, and however it resonates, in order for you to kind of process through your day, your week, your energy, and bring in your manifestations. It is already yours. It is already a part of you. It's one thing we have to continue to remember. Everything that we want is our birthright. It is already here. It is already a part of us. It's more about what we're bringing forth versus what we're calling in. So as we're in this energy of bringing forth, in terms of our manifestations, it's really just about removing the debris of the stuff that is bogging down what is already a part of us, so that it can trickle to the top. And I always say, people say, things are falling into place. I always say they're rising into place. It's only up from here. Nothing is falling. That also inspired my new series on YouTube that is dedicated to rising signs. And rising signs are so important for you to know, just because it is more focused on the actual avatar that you are experiencing in your day-to-day endeavors, versus your sun sign, which is very much more about the soul and the ascension process and more on the spiritual aspect of things and your personality in that regard. But in terms of the day-to-day, rising sign. Like, you should know your rising sign. So as a result, it's also more in alignment when you think about reading your horoscope. The horoscope is going to be more in terms of the matter, the nitty gritty of things. And as a result, that is what rising signs kind of apply to. So when you read your horoscope every day, read your sun sign, read your moon sign, but read your rising sign. It's going to be a little bit more spot on in regards to the things that are specific to, again, the choices, the endeavors, the things that you're actually doing and needing to pay attention to on a day-to-day. So all of that to say, please do tap in to my new series on YouTube that is dedicated to rising signs. Rising sign oracle observations. I do post them every Sunday night before midnight, and it is to give you a little bit of information and insight in regards to what to keep most in mind and heart through the week to help everything rise into place. So tap in, follow me, Back to Natural on YouTube, as some of you are here. Thank you, thank you. So Back to Natural on YouTube so that you can tap in. And then as of midnight, that Monday morning, you'll get that little heads up as to what to keep in mind and heart for your week. So I hope that helps. But let's tap in. Let's tap in to these cards and see what Spirit has in store for us this week. And again, I do hope everyone is good, is well with all of the shenanigans happening in society these days. My God. I hope y'all are good. I hope y'all are good. I'm trying my best to separate my political ideas and ideals from this sacred space, because it's an assumption in many ways to think that what you think, and because you feel something is right or wrong or whatever the case is, that everybody else does. And this is a space to keep the vibrations high. If you kind of come in there bogarting with your opinions and whatever the case is, especially in a political realm, it can switch up the energy. And then people have a tendency to focus on the messenger and not the message. And it is so important for us to focus on the message and not the messenger. So I'm trying to stay in alignment. As I am daughter of Eshu, I am here to be a messenger. But it is so important, again, for me to make sure that I am not creating a space where people are too focused on the avatar and not actually hearing the alignment. So that's that. Hola, Flora. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Let's tap right in and stay high vibes, shall we? Stop top, stop bottom. Ooh, unless, and I forgot to say, stop top, stop bottom, but the regulars on IG know this rule. But for those joining on YouTube, thank you again. If a single card spins out, that is Spirit choosing for us, and we go with that one. So we got a single card. Working with that since last week. Indeed, Queen Flora. Ooh, Master number 11 energy, the law of emergent evolution. I was just talking right at the top of this live about the fact that we change and we grow and we evolve and we get to change our minds. Aquarius season, air sign about the mind. We get to change our mind as we grow and shift and evolve. That's part of life. And we have to make space for that within ourselves, for other people, making it okay for them to shift and change and evolve, even if it means that they don't choose us anymore. God forbid. Like, these are the things that allow us to be so free and to release expectations, right? Anyway, the law of emergent evolution. Make a new declaration for your life. Make a new declaration for your life. This is so awesome because, we refer to things as affirmations more often than not when we're speaking the I ams and stuff like that. And Spirit actually switched it up for me and specifically referred to them as declarations. So I have been specifically saying declarations and daily declarations because it is a command with authority. We're commanding, we're demanding, we're naming, we're claiming. It's not just saying something, that could be or could not. It's like, no, this is it. I am naming this thing. I am commanding this thing. I am declaring, I am proclaiming this thing, right? So the fact that it specifically says make a new declaration for your life makes it that much more potent, that much more poignant, and that much more powerful, because you're saying, I am doing this. I am this. I am sure of it. I'm convinced of it. Nobody can tell me otherwise. And ultimately, this energy of new, again, we're still in the first month of the new year, bringing in Aquarius season. bringing in this newness, bringing in what it is that you want to bring into form and experience. We're going to have our Aquarius new moon on the 29th that is going to be so powerful for us. Again, water bearer energy, but an air sign that just brings in such a cleansing and such a catharsis to just remove any detriment so that we can bring in this new, so that we can claim it and again, name it and just decide this is what it is. And nobody can tell me different. When we think about believe and receive, there's a lot of things that we believe, good, bad, or ugly, that risk manifesting because of that belief. But what's worse is when we believe what somebody else is speaking over our lives, when they create doubt and when they create this energy of making us feel like we have imposter syndrome or that something's too big or too grand for us or whatever, as we're declaring these new visions and these new realities for us, they end up making us feel small. And as a result, we risk believing them instead of believing ourselves. So this is part of this new declaration to process for yourself. What is it? Or what are some things that somebody or something or some experience? Sometimes it's always or often just something that we've experienced that ultimately make us kind of hold something back or, not open up or whatever it may be. What are those things or those people or those dynamics that is preventing you from claiming and naming this new thing? This new decision, this, again, evolution, right? It's an emergent evolution that's ever changing, it's ever growing, it's ever expanding. The universe is ever expanding. Of course we are. God is ever expanding. Of course we are, right? Like, how could we not be? To imagine and look at what's happening with the ellipticals happening in the planets, with the planets and in the stars and with the alignments of as above, so below. Hello, as above, so below. That means it must be, it's gotta be for us too. So tap into that, absolutely. Again, the 11 energy, master number energy to bring in this infinite abundance in terms of ancestral alignment, in terms of the 1-1, new beginnings, bringing in, again, this new declaration. And I. My Back to Natural brand is spelled with 2 I's in the center instead of the TO for 2. And that was inspired by the number 11, bringing in that master number 11, because the I and I looks like 2 1s, but it's also an I and I, like Rasta saying I and I. And that reminds us that there is no separation between us and the other. There's no separation between us and source. There's no separation between us and nature. We are all of it. So in this all of it, we get to name and claim. We get to demand and command. We get to decide this is what it is now. This is who I am now. Sometimes we're so focused on the things that we want or that we think we want that we're not focusing on the who we want in terms of who we want to be. Who we want to be leads us to all of the things. The things are secondary. Once you're in vibration with who you are and your soul's purpose and your soul's mission, the stuff is automatic. The stuff is just stuff ultimately. But in many ways, yes, matter matters, but focus on the self. And this is why just, again, talking at the top of self-study and how important it is for us to study the self and to know who we are, what we've experienced, what we've been through, what we don't want to experience anymore. And there's no guarantee that we're not going to experience what we don't want to experience, but it's important to know so that you can be in vibration to make sure that your energy is not calling in something that you don't want to experience. It's all part of the manifesting. We can manifest the things that we want and we can manifest the things that we don't want because it's all about our attention, where we're putting that attention and that focus. So keep it in mind, especially as, again, tapping into this evolution energy. Look at all these butterflies. That is metamorphosis energy, transformative energy. It is going all the way up. This is rising sign energy. So again, tap in. This week's is posted up on YouTube. So definitely take a listen if you know your rising sign. And take a listen to the message for this week. And like I said, I will post every Sunday and figure out for yourself from a week to week basis, what is it that you need to know most to help everything rise into place? Nothing is falling. It is only up from here. Ashe. Kira, what's up, queen? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Declare. Yes, and declutter. Indeed, you got to just remove the debris, man. You got to take it out. Because it's so much detriment ultimately. And it's the detriment that bogs the energy down, because if you are who you are, your soul came here, your soul knows, your soul remembers, but it's our stuff. It's society stuff. It's all the mundane stuff ultimately that keeps us locked in to the things that deviate us and distract us from what really is, what really matters. And again, in essence, who we really, really are. So very, very much in alignment with, again, this energy of the number 11, bringing in the pyramid here as well. It's all part of this energy of upward momentum. You know, when we think about climbing a mountaintop, it's not easy. It's not easy to climb a mountain, I would imagine. I mean, I've climbed hills. I won't say like I know how to climb. I've never climbed a mountain. But I've climbed some hills. I've walked up some hills and I'm be like, damn, you can feel that. And it's arduous and it's, you know, taxing and it's all of those things. But ultimately, you get to the top and for one, word up, I did that. That definitely fuels you in some ways, right? But then the vantage point, when you see from that peak, from that pinnacle, when you look down, you're like, wow, this is like eagle view. That does something to the subconscious and raises the vibration. And you've literally raised yourself to a higher place in a very, very physical, tangible way. That's got to do something too. And then every step that you take, every step that you took gets harder in some ways before it gets easier because you're building that muscle. But the more steps you take, the more you build that muscle, ultimately it gets stronger. And when you get stronger, whatever comes, you're ready for it. And there's like, you can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with that. And that's why I'm saying that challenge is training. It is so important for us to keep that in mind and heart as we're going through a challenge. Because if we just look at challenge as arduous and, oh my God, and I can't believe this is happening, down, 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 down. But instead, if you're here at baseline and you're like, yo, this is hard, this is rough, but I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna keep trying. Let me try it this way. Let me try it this way. Okay, no, up, 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 up. And then you get stronger and you get more like cunning and you get more strategic and all of the things that are required for you to get through that challenge ultimately. And then the training is happening straight through so that whatever challenge comes next, you get to pull from that toolbox. You get to pull from that arsenal, be like, yo, been there, done that. And what else you got? What else you got? 2:22 on the clock. At 2:22, we do declare, our declaration for 2:22 is balance and harmony surrounds me. Balance and harmony surrounds me. Balance and harmony surrounds me. Asheo. I see Queen Kima. What's up, Queen? I'm going to do a shout out. Y'all need to follow _shop Kima _ on Instagram. She's on Facebook as well. _shop KEMA _ because this queen, who I love dearly on a personal level, but on a professional level as well, because if I could buy every single one of her bags, I would and will. Okay, that's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna have a whole custom line one of these days. Stunning work. She is a fabric magician, quite literally. So I need y'all to follow her so you can check her stuff. And then I need you to follow her so that you congratulate her and you can give her kudos because she's going to be making her debut for a New York Fashion Week in February. So all of the details are on her page. Please, please, please check her out. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you, Queen. Oh my God. And I'm like honored because I'm like usually one of the first to know when these things happen. And like I do her readings and stuff. So we'd be like, I see it, girl, I see it. And then it happens. And then it's here. So Queen Kima. Y'all follow Queen Kima, okay? _shop KEMA _ Do it, okay? Whether you're on Instagram, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook, wherever you see this. Okay. Have to. I love you too. I love you too. Oh my God, are you kidding? I'm so happy for you. So happy for you. Timing is divine. And these are the things when we think about the challenge and the training and all of these things, we can't have it all at the same time. Y'all, we can't have it all at the same time. Why would we want it all at the same time? Then what else is there if it all comes at the same time? Right? That's like, then it's done. Then like, what's the point? What do we have to look forward to? And harvest is harvest. If all of our fruit is ripe at the same time, we cannot pick it all at the same time. Something's gonna spoil. Look, this thing's giving a thumbs up on it. Do you see that? Maybe you don't see that. But something is gonna spoil if you can't pick all of the ripe fruit that happens to ripe at the same time. You can't harvest it all at the same time. Something's gonna spoil, something's gonna waste. So no, we're good. Let it take its time. And ultimately, it's more in store. It's the more in store. And you can get so grateful for in the moment, like, oh, the strawberry's ripe. Enjoy the strawberries. Be in the moment, and my goodness, yay, the strawberries are ripe. Okay, but the peaches aren't ready yet, but it's okay because I'm eating the strawberries. Just enjoy the strawberries for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And then when you're done, the strawberries, then the peaches are ready. I can have the peaches now. And then you wait for let it take its time, because you can't eat it all at the same time. You can't have it all at the same time. We don't want it all at the same time. We don't. Trust me, we don't. So when these things happen, be so grateful for the harvest that it is. And then I want you to, two things: be grateful for the harvest that it is and enjoy it in the moment. And then plant more seeds, y'all. There's no waiting. There's no wait. Just plant more seeds, because the more in store, the more you grow, the more you know, like the more you just keep planting the seeds, because every seed that you plant is going to eventually come into harvest. It's eventually going to come into fruition. And this is why there's that excitement of being able to look back and be like, but I planted those seeds then. If I didn't plant those seeds, there would be no harvest. So how could I not plant more seeds? And would there be time to plant more seeds if all I'm doing is focusing on trying to get all of this harvest? And then you get all the harvest, and then what? There's nothing left. There's nothing more to grow. So, okay, that's my soapbox. I'm trying to be easy on my voice, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Yes, indeed. Queen Tony and Queen Kima up in here. And they had such an incredible collaboration. Queen Tony, Star Child art by Tony Taylor, phenomenal artist. Oil paints, like the most incredible detail. She does soul portraits. She actually did one of me, which I don't think I'll ever get over that. And then Kima did a custom bag for me of my Back to Natural logo. I don't think I'll ever get over that. So they've collaborated, and the bags that came out from the artwork that Tony did, like, just y'all please follow them and just check it out, because my God. And I believe one of those bags are going to be on the runway, right, Kima? I believe so, as it should be. Oh my God. So freaking cool. I'm just reading some of the comments here. Spread the word, plant the seeds. Indeed. And that's why y'all need to follow me on YouTube. Just go on the YouTube afterwards, even if you're on the Instagram. Give me a like, give me a comment, you know what I'm saying? So the algorithms, like you said, the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? So things could build on all the stuff, right? Thank you. Okay, somebody give me the time. Is there anything I forgot to mention? So there's supposed to be a planet parade. And the reason I say so there's supposed to be is because it's being debunked. And, a lot of the astronomists are saying that it's not true. And all the astrology people and us with our hocus pocus, it's like not 228. Cool. Thank you, Queen Kima. That they're saying that it's not true and it's not really the full alignment and all of that stuff. All of that to say, believe and receive. All of that to say, placebo. Okay. When people be taking sugar pills and their headache's gone, clearly there's some magic to your faith and to the belief that you have. So if you choose to believe in this planetary parade that is already here, because 6 of the planets are already in alignment, and then Mercury is supposed to be joining, that's an alignment of 7 planets. We have 7 chakras. There are 7 colors in the rainbow. They're all of the number 7 alignments. That is the number of perfection, is what you can tap into with this believe to receive in terms of this 7 planetary parade. Stand under the sky and name and claim, demand and command, and do declare your perfect alignment as above, so below. As the planets are aligning, as are you. All ducks in a row. This is what you get to use these energies for. Is for your belief, again, your belief to receive, your placebo, what you as so said, so done. So said, so done. They say, so it be, and so be it, it's been. So when you tap in and come into union with this visual of 7 planets in alignment, bring it in. Bring it all the way in. Chakras aligned. Your chakras align with your physical body, your subtle body. Any ailments, any dis-ease or disease, bring in perfect health, perfect harmony when you're under that sky, under those planets, ultimately. When you are under those planets, bring in that same nature and nurture of perfection. Okay? Okay. Look it up. It's up to you. Believe and receive, or don't. But I know I'm gonna be from now. I'm under the sky. Talking about bring it in. As you are aligned, so am I. Ashe. 7 planets, indeed. Like, hello. Hello. The numbers don't lie, as they say. And let's see what this number's going to tell us. 228, recognize value. Building a life relies on gratitude for what you already have. Was I not just saying that? Like, be great with the harvest? Like, just stop for a moment and just be so grateful for the ripe, like, strawberries that you get to eat right now? Like, that's step one. That's step one, is the gratitude and in the moment. We get to literally manifest miracles every single moment of the day. Do you realize how incredible that is? We're so focused on the forward and the future. The future is now. Whatever it is that we are trying to manifest later, it's the things that we do and say and think and feel now that is going to even remotely make that possible. And it starts with gratitude and faith and patience. Recognize value. Building a life relies on gratitude for what you already have. Hold something in your heart that is dear to you. Visualize it and feel the appreciation you have for it fill your soul. Feel the uplifting emotions flow through you. Feel the overflowing of love that comes from connecting to divine gratitude. Whoop, there it is. And there it is, y'all. And there it is. So tap in to the attitude of gratitude. It determines the altitude. We're talking about climbing up that mountain, climbing up the hills, the arduous nature of the challenge that is training. You go through that with gratitude. You go through that with faith. You go through that with patience. You cannot lose. And my goodness, the reward at the top of that mountain, at the top of that pyramid, that metamorphosis, that flight, it's everything. It's everything and more. And more. And this is why patience is so important. And it's the notion of timing is divine, because we think we're so specific on this thing that we want, and it could be more. And usually it is, especially when we stay in alignment with gratitude and faith and patience. Like, there's no way that we're not going to be like given a little extra sprinkle on top of that. Okay. With whatever it is that you say you want. Spirit going to be like, you got that. And then some. Kudos. Well done. Straight up. You're going to get rewarded. We're going to get rewarded for it. There's no question. There's no question. So that's it. I'm going to go chill out my voice. I'm back in studio tomorrow. So I will be posting reels and all that stuff like I always share. I love y'all. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the live views on Instagram and the live views on the YouTube. I'm just keep it going. I'm just going to keep it going. I love y'all. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And I will see you next time. And in the meantime and in between time, lest we forget, time to get back to natural. Peace.